Hello? Hello. Well, I was going to write a blog about the cat, what's been going on, but I'm tired and I thought it would just be easier to do this. So, anyway, for all you cat lovers out there, um, last week one night, or early morning, about 3 a.m. or something, there was a little outside. And I go out front and two cats dart out from under the car going different directions, ran off. And Buddy was under there, and I pulled him in, and making little squabbles sometimes. He doesn't know the cats around here very well because we don't have cats next door like we used to. He doesn't have cat friends like he used to. So, anyway, I brought him in, whatever, and over the next couple days he started getting kind of sluggish and he wasn't eating, which of course is a huge sign something's wrong. He was eating, but he just he usually runs when I open a can of food. So, um, I started to think he was getting swelling on the side of his face, and then I pat the hair down. I go, no, no, it's just the hair. And then he was just getting more and more bleh. And so I called around Friday. I called my regular vet, and they aren't open Saturday. And I'm sorry, I'm spacing out here. Anyway, I got him in Saturday morning at 8 out in Myrtletown. I went out there, and as soon as we were in the examination room, I see this little cut on his head, like a little scab thing. And of course, the doctor, she noticed that right away, and I felt like an ass because I never saw that. Here I've been looking at his face all week, and anyway, so he just had like a swelling. It was an abscess all on the side of his face and kind of up top, and it was just really swollen. It looked like he had the mumps or something. So they were going to drain that, and they looked at his teeth, and he had irritation in his gums, which is pretty common. They get a inflammation from too much plaque on their teeth, so they're going to clean his teeth too. And then they tried to talk me into some other stuff, some hyper. Come on, I'm not prepared for this tonight. I'm sorry. Hyper thyroid test because older cats get that and they burn off their food with running around too much, and he doesn't run around that much. He's not hyper, but because she said he was pretty skinny. So anyway, I left him and I had to go to work, and I went and got him. I had an early lunch and went and got him, and they had a tube sticking in his head, the top and the bottom, so it would drain. They drained a bunch of pus and blood out of it and everything, and so I took him home, and I had to try to get him settled. And we got a prescription at work for kind of amoxicillin antibiotic, and also I had 3 vials of pain medicine for him. And for being knocked out and all that done to him that morning, got him home, and as soon as I got him home, he was just, and out of the carrier, he was 100% better, much more like his regular personality. And he ate like a horse. He was just eating everything. And I had to try to get him settled and go back to work, and I couldn't let him out, which he's quite the indoor-outdoor cat. I usually have the kitchen window open so he can jump in and out. Anyway, I make sure he couldn't get out. And, I can't let him get outside because we don't go on to get dirt in that or anything, but he doesn't poop in the house, really. I mean, he will if he really has to, but I mean, he just is not a litter box cat. So anyway, that night, I let him out a little bit. He was out in the garage, and there's a hole there in the wall where he can get into the crawl space under the house and then get outside through the hole, the opening in the back wall into the backyard. And I thought, oh, and he had the cone, the radar dish on his head. I thought, well, he can't get through there. Uh, but he did. And so I put a box in front of that. No, he didn't get out of it. I put a box in front of it because I didn't want him to. And that night he went out there and pushed the box aside and got out. And he went into Jack's yard next door, and they have a big dog. And I think he just was kind of discombobulated with that thing on his head. I don't think he knew where he was. I went out and I saw this other cat leaving, and then I saw this black cat in the shadows with a white head, and no, it was Buddy. And fortunately, the dog wasn't out there, but I don't think he would attack Buddy anyway. 5 minutes already, 6 minutes already. And, oops. Anyway, better angle. And anyway, so I kind of pretty much kept him in the house for a couple days and kind of clean him up because he still had pus and some blood draining, and the shield thing, the cone was getting kind of dirty, and I'd have to keep cleaning that and giving him his medicine. And anyway, but I wasn't worried because he was just feeling so much better. And I took him yesterday. I got off work early and took him yesterday to get the tube taken out. And I have some pictures to post and a cute video of him running around. And I just don't want to. A couple of pictures look pretty gruesome, so I'll try to spare you that. But I took him yesterday, and he got the tube pulled out. And I thought they would stitch the two little wounds, but they're just going to let that seal up. And I give him antibiotics for another week. It was $250. Whatever, he's worth it. And so last night, I go, all right, you can have your little bit of freedom now. And he just obviously was happy to have that thing off his head. And last night he was out front, and there was, he got under the house again, and I had blocked the opening in the back with a bunch of branches. But he got in there, and then I had to go clear that out. This was like at 2 in the morning this morning. I had to clear that out in case he was under there and he couldn't get back through the hole. And I couldn't find him, and I went out front with my little flashlight, and he was under the neighbor's car down the street. He was staring at this cat that was under a car on the other side of the street. And he would just get under there enough so that I couldn't reach him, and then he'd get under another car, and then he ran way down to the corner, which he never does. And I finally got him, and he was growling like he was really pissed. And today I let him out a little bit, and he likes to scratch his back on the concrete, and he's rubbing his face. That's the first thing he did when I let him out yesterday after he got home. And I go, buddy, you're going to get dirt in your wounds. You're going to get infected. And he's just like, oh, the sun feels good. So I don't know. He's okay, and then he's outside now because those little boo-boos have healed. But it's just one little scratch from a cat, and he blew up, and they said it was all up on his head too. I mean, I just kind of saw it on his cheek, but he had a lot of pus and shit in there, and it was pretty bad once right before I took him. It looked like it was getting pretty bad, and I knew he couldn't eat because he felt so bad. So I don't know. Everything's good. He's eating, and he's happy not to have that cone on his head, and I will show you some pictures. Oops, and a cute little video. And I guess that's about it. God, I talked for 9 minutes. Anyway, I think I'm just going to post this and be writing something in a day or two. Yeah. Okay, kids. Bye.